So as we jump into learning target 5 here, this is all about isotopes. Isotopes we've been talking about are versions of the same element with slightly different characteristics, right? So here we have a really nice image of 3 oxygen isotopes. And remember, what makes them all oxygen is that they have the same number of protons. If we think about what oxygen looks like on the periodic table, it's defined as having 8 protons. So we know these are all the same exact type of atom or element, right? But what's a little bit different about each one is the number of neutrons. And changing that number of neutrons changes the overall mass. And remember, that mass number is looking at the total of protons plus neutrons, okay? They do have the same number of protons and therefore also the same number of electrons because we know that they keep balanced out. So here I have 8 electrons, 8 electrons, 8 electrons. But really the biggest difference here is our neutrons changing that mass number. So when we think about putting this all together in our learning target, we have a couple must-use words. We know neutrons are different for every single isotope. Some have more, some have less, giving them a different mass number or total amount of particles in the nucleus. We know similarities would be that they all have the same number of protons and the same number of electrons, which of course makes them all the same type of element, like we're seeing oxygen here. Okay? So you should have at least 2 things here. It would be great if they were in sentence form, and then of course as you go back through, making sure that you've highlighted all your must-use words that show up in your 2 explanations.